Alright, welcome back everyone, this is Packrat Prime, and here is the third part of the new war. A whole lot of lore is presented here, and a few long-standing questions have been answered as well. Anyway, let's dive right in.
Attention crew, stand down. All stations. You'll be pleased to know that I, Alan V, have negotiated a peaceful and profitable transfer of power to our new
Fleet control. Firing sync re-engaged. Authorization? Corpus Tech First Class VSO-R. Take your shot. For profit.
The enemy's eye turns upon our allies. Quickly, press onward.
Perimeter. You sure about this? It should be me.
No, Tenno. Your warframe will be useless until I clear the Orphix fields. Then, we will meet inside.
Teshin, what if the Lotus won't?
If I must, I can make the harder choice.
How tediously human. A slapdash alliance making a feeble last stand. If you all crave death and a final flash of glory, I am more than happy to oblige.
Intruders have entered the railjack.
the slingshot?
You will need to get closer to your mother's ship.
Did you just...
Squadron incoming. The enemy is wise to our diversions. If hull integrity continues to drop, this will be a one-way trip. Mothership in range. Problem, slingshot damaged. Crew, hold position while I route a bypass.
Do you think there's a shred of Lotus left in the tar? All this time, it's been dying. The tomb scorched from its rotting hull.
Slingshot patched. Ready for launch.
Teshin, I'll be awaiting your signal, so I can bring her home.
I'll clear the Orphix, and we'll do it together. Orphix fields will be scattered.
The Orphix fields will be scattered deep in the ship. Fortis can help you triangulate them.
Quiet!
I'm only trying to...
I don't need your help. Switch off.
Please excuse Ortis. Grenier! Oh my! Ortis wonders what we are getting into. Observation. A power field requires a power source. to deface that for you? Swing away, Teshin.
Devil sends their relic to do the deed. But then, we're both relics, aren't we, old man? The Tenno freed you from your oath, did they? Does that absolve them of their sins?
Teshin, are you
Losing it.
feeling unwell? Session. All fixed fields are disabled. The operator should be cleared to board.
No. Too easy. Let me nudge the snares first.
That's it. Come to me, old man. I am eager to show you how this war ends. Not with brutality, but with hope. Not with lies, but truth. A truth for all who are strong enough to believe. Even you. You're going to want to see this. Watch the veil do its work.
Call out, Dax.
Cool water flows, the moon behind a cloud.
No!
He'll get in soon. They all will. And this war will be over before it even begins. Not with bombs and blood, but with truth. They programmed you and your kind. Now it is our turn to program them.
Summon your devil. It's time.
Why? No.
See the veil work, turning his memories inside out, making him see the things he's lost, putting pain where it serves us. A lost love, perhaps. Her life cut short by the very Tenno he had sworn to protect.
Call out, old man. Give her justice. Give her peace.
I can see her. I know why.
One for the reject pile, then.
Goodbye, my love.
Let me go, child. Let me go.
I can't! I won't!
You cannot kill the devil, Tenno. But you can send it back to hell.
Alright, once again, I am blown away by how amazing this quest is. Fighting as Teshin Dax with his signature weapons was amazing. His combat abilities were far more advanced than I would have guessed, and his general, annoyance with Cephalon Ortis was hilarious. A lot of people find our lovely little glitched out Cephalon to be really annoying, but, I mean, I've always kind of been rather attached to him, but when Lotus disappeared, Ortis was the only one that was really there, and Ortis did, what he could to ease that burden. But anyway, that's story for another time. Teshin's combat capabilities were absolutely insane, and I think they incorporated them very well. But let's talk about and break down the ending cutscene. The first thing that we see it's from Lotus or Nata's perspective, and Ballas is leaning over her and chattering away about his evil plan, typical bad guy stuff. But in the background, we see this Mortal Kombat style fight going on between a veiled Teshin and Era. Teshin, I'm gonna be honest, this did not seem like his full fighting strength. It definitely seemed like he was very tired. I know that the veil was definitely probably affecting him. I know that it was affecting him, I should say. And we hear him call out, we hear him shout out the name Valeria, who I'm assuming was, someone very close to him. And according to Ballas, it was the Tenno who killed this person. And I'm gonna be honest, that hit pretty hard. Even more so when I started to consider Ballas's previous statement regarding the fact that the Tenno's sins had not been absolved by simply relieving Teshin of his oath to the Grineer Queens. So what I'm thinking is one of the sins, and I say this with quotation marks, I know you can't see it, one of the sins was killing someone that was very close to Teshin. I think that the only way we're going to find out more, though, is just maybe in the next updates. I know the Daviri paradox is coming up soon, but as we continue through the scene, Teshin is apparently dispatched by Era, and we don't even really get time to, mourn his death. I mean, it hasn't been confirmed that he died, but he looks pretty dead. I'm assuming, I personally, I think it's likely, and Varzia will likely take his place at the Conclave and Steel Path. Regardless, there's not really a whole lot of time to mourn his death, because the next thing that we see is Ballas, going in for a kiss with the Lotus and stealing her powers. And then he's just okay, I've gotten what I need, and he's attempting to get rid of her by just, shooting her through a black hole. And there's this amazing scene where the Tenno, dons their warframe, I guess, that Umbral Excalibur, and kind of jumps forward and catches the Lotus, and Void dashes out of it when she starts to slip out of Umbral's grip and catches her a second time, and he's just desperately trying not to let go. And then Ballas steps in again and takes Paracesis and just cuts Lotus's arm off at the wrist and sends her careening off into the void. And then a few seconds later, he stabs the Tenno through the chest, claiming that he is sending the devil back to hell, because he's like, you can't kill the devil, but you can send him back to hell, which is kind of alluding to the, like, functional immortality that Tenno seem to have. But the scene ends with the Tenno being sucked into the void, and it just gives this whole moment of, like, victory towards everything that Ballas was doing. Like, all of his goals were completed in this scene. At least by appearances, you know, like, it just seems like a complete and utter defeat on the Tenno's part. Anyway, that's my input so far. Well, like I said, a whole lot happened here. In fact, this took a lot out of me just to, like, write up the script and everything and try to keep it, concise and down to a few main points, but, I mean, I really barely scratched the surface. This section of the quest, it's so lore-heavy. There's ties in this part of the quest that go back to, like, the beginnings of Warframe and the old war, and there's just so many things that are coming to a point here. But unfortunately, that's for a whole nother video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter, and I'll catch you later. Goodbye, and stay safe.